Bit of rain around tonight, so I'm up in the shed having a beer. In keeping with their tradition of naming their limited release beers after cultural references from the past, this month's beer from Mountain Goat uses the 1990s arcade game. Yes, that iconic game, Street Fighter, and in particular, the lead character, RYE. I have slammed so many dollar coins into that coin-op machine over the years. The beer is the RYE Fighter Double IPA, made with Gladfield rye malt. Using rye in beer can be a little bit polarising for the craft drinking public. You see, rye has a really unique flavour profile. You know, rye can add a really nice richness to a solid malt base, but it can also add a pretty sharp spiciness and a bit of a zesty punch into the beer that not every craft beer drinker likes. In speaking to craft brewers out there about using rye malt in their beers, I've heard them say that it's actually a pretty difficult malt to use, and many of them have also said that on the first occasion that they used that malt, the beer was just a little bit so-so. You know, it's really difficult to get that balance right of using just enough rye in a beer to create that unique flavour profile, as opposed to using too much and making the drinker feel like they've just completed the cinnamon challenge. So what about this one? Have the Goat brewers achieved the right balance in it? Well, I am bloody loving that burnt orange colour liquid in this glass with this nice proud off-white head. Now, onto the aromas, but first, a quick word about these guys using Lupulin Powder in this beer. You know when you crush up a hop and you get all that little sort of yellow powder on your fingers, it's really quite sticky. Yeah, well, that's called lupulin, and that contains all of the essential oils and resin compounds that give the hops their flavours and aromas. The lupulin powder used in this beer comes from the Simcoe and Euconaut hops. It's a really concentrated form of that hop, and it's meant to be awesome for dry hopping. So how did it go in this one then? You know, I think pintiness probably is the aroma that sort of dominates this beer, but I'm also getting some sweet sort of peachy notes going on in there as well. You know, I was actually thinking that because of the hype of the lupulin dust that I would get, you know, smashed in the face with any sort of massive floral or hop citrus aromas, but mostly pine on this one. Ah, there you go. There's that rye flavour coming through really nice and strong. You know, this is a pretty big beer, 7.8%, so it's got a fair bit of flavour in there. And you know what? At 66 IBUs, it packs a pretty mean bitter finish. So the combination of that spiciness and that bitterness, yeah, this is pretty bloody good. If you saw my last review of the previous Mountain Goat rare breed, the Lime Crisis, you'd know that that one had me in two minds. But this one here, no way. This one is solid gold. Well, another one down, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the RYE Fighter Double IPA. A really nice piney beer with lots of flavour and looks fantastic in the glass. So look, until we talk again in this great big craft beer land of ours, cheers to great beers.